This one's gonna be kind of different. This is a project I've been working on for a friend of mine for shooting a video for a movie of a modernized version of Assassin's Creed. And so it's not the exact copy, it's his own twist and everything of it. So I kind of put myself in a mood to do a costume for him, cosplay. So this is the cosplay I was working on for about a good 2 weeks. Would it took me shorter? Getting used to people's adjustments and sizing and trying to sew and for their comfortability and everything, of course, for the suit. This one is not the exact type. I wanted to go with kind of a black and red theme instead of the white, red, and kind of red resonance type of version of the original. This one, it took me a good bit. This is not going to be a tutorial of it, of making this. It's going to be kind of slight of when you know what I put into it. And if you want a tutorial of the original cosplay, there's another YouTuber, Assassin's Creed YouTuber, who has dedicated a whole website and Google Docs of patterns for each type of Assassin's Creed cosplay. He has the pattern if you're good at drafting, and you are good at that. I recommend going to that video over there that I will put in the link in the bio. And so, yeah, this one is, I did kind of based off of it, especially for a cosplay I haven't done yet. So there's not a lot of references you could do. There's a whole lot of pictures, but there's not enough, any type you do a cosplay and there's like 15 like videos of Demon Slayer cosplay. You'll find bunches of those. But for Assassin's Creed, it's not a thing you could just find easy. So thank God he made a YouTube videos for. So for the first top half of it, let me start with the hoodie. The eagle hood, I especially did something different with the top part here. I also link pictures of all the work that I have did. I hand embroidered this. I wanted to put a little twist on it. I know it's on the Connor cosplay of Assassin's Creed. I just wanted to put it on this one, kind of for type of reasons. But yes, I used a type of metallic silver to kind of complement the black and red, and I embroidered that on the black fabric, and of course the red velvet is inside of each layer of the fabrics. So this was new for me. I never hand embroidered before, so don't judge me too hard on it. Yeah, so that's what I did first, because a lot of times when you're making an Assassin's Creed hood, it's very hard to really get it down, because you have to have the hood big enough so it kind of goes over your forehead and a little bit over your eyes, but a lot of times it's hard to get that just right for the hood. It's very tough, and especially trying to make the eagle's peak not too floppy. I didn't do it on this one, but another YouTube videos, and I went to, of course, different Google links, but a genius way of keeping the hood from, a lot of times when you're wearing it, it would flop over right into your eyes, or it won't stay in a certain place. So a good way of doing that is making sure you put a wire hang, basically it just stopped recording. So everything that I just recorded just got deleted or whatever. It just did not record. So I'm gonna have to repeat everything I just said. So basically, when it comes to the hood, like I said, you could use a wired hanger inside the hood, and that part where it when you put the hood on and it kind of flops everywhere and it's not that straight eagle peak like you want. If you put a wire hanger in there or just wire, you could just adjust it and bend it into a certain way inside the fabric, and that way you never have to worry about it flopping all over the place, or like you're walking in your cosplay and it's moving everywhere. It'll stay in place. Another thing I did was, for the fabric, of course, you put the ribbon on and you sew it front facing. This is red velvet ribbon, and it's about 2 inches. You catch a ribbon on sale. It's much cheaper, and you just, when you lay it out, you don't want to sew your shoulders and everything and then put it on. You want to have it laid out like it is on the photo. You want to sew your ribbon on. Straight, pin it, especially when it comes to the shoulder area. This is going to slight bend because of the way it sits. You want to pin everything down and then sew it, lay it on here. Then for the red velvet on the inside and your lining here, you want to sew everything. You're going to put this on the inside and you're going to sew it facing the outside, basically. So have that done. And when it comes to the fabric, you want to use a cotton-based fabric. Like I said before, the fabric, you want to use cotton, because cotton is very breathable, especially when you're doing this many layers as it is. We did not go for like the original Saxon Creed because it kind of looked too much like a pirate, especially when we added the belt and everything. We're trying to do like a modernized version, not trying to do an exact copy. So when we added the pirate shirt, which is basically the tunic, which is a sleep shirt that they wore back in the day, it's very decorative for the collar area and the sleeves, because that's what would show under your whole outfit that would be showing. When you slept, you would take everything off, and that would be your sleeping sweater, especially for men and everything. Or to have that, and then this layer, and then this layer on top, plus the belt, and if you're going to go really out and everything, that's a lot of layers and you're going to get really hot. So you want to have a nice breathable fabric to like make this in. So when you do this, you want to make sure you have everything you need. When it comes to the fabrics and everything, you want to make sure you have all the materials that you need. I recommend that you would do a dress form. You could either buy your dress form, you get one of those customized dress forms where you can adjust the knobs and everything. Those are kind of hard to turn a lot of times, and they don't get just right. Of course, I made this one. I can put down the link for the dress forms that you could make yourself. What you do is you want to measure all of the measurements on your body. It shows you exactly how to measure and everything. It puts it straight out, easy peasy for you. And you type in the measurements. It's like 27, something like that, 18 for the dress form. Just for the body, all the way to the bodice and everything together. I had the mistake of having it into a big one piece of pattern where it shows the whole pattern on one big sheet. I end up having to go to a print shop and having them print it for me, because you can't go to Office Depot or something and print it. It was like 48 inches, 36 inches of just a big paper, which was helpful. I did not have to tape all the pieces together and then cut it out. I just had one big piece and cut it out. But that was $11 extra I had to spend. So make sure you press the letter button on it. Once you do that, then you have your pattern, you got your materials, and put down, if you want to go ahead and do your mannequin first, do your mannequin. Make sure you have a lot of stuffing in it, follow the instructions. There's tons of YouTube videos on how to do it. They also send you a bio of how to do it step by step and everything, and how much material you need based off your thing. It even shows you what your mannequin's gonna look like. I will say it takes like maybe 30 minutes for once you purchase your dress form and everything, that it'll take about 30 minutes for you to receive the emails and everything for the links that they'll send you to go get it printed. On top of that, once you get your dress form, especially if you are wanting to get into sewing and you want to sew your own clothes and everything, just having a dress form makes things a lot easier, especially if you want to learn drafting and doing it based off of that instead of spending money on patterns and everything. You can learn drafting where you can just work based off your dress form. It makes things a whole lot easier, especially with this project here. You can lay things out and see if it fits on the mannequin. It's on the mannequin, it's most likely gonna fit on you. So yeah, so once you get your dress form together and you have your patterns and everything, next thing you want to do is get muslin fabric. Muslin fabric is very cheap to get. You're paying like $2-3 a yard for it. When it comes to stuff like this where you're paying $5, $7, $9 a yard, you don't want to sit there and spend money on all this, and then you take your pattern, you put it directly on here, and it doesn't fit, and you just wasted fabric. So you want to use it on muslin fabric, which is basically your rough draft of your fabric. You want to use it on that material first, try it on, do like a straight stitch to stitch it together. You don't want to secure it, because you gotta do any type of adjustment, especially if you just gotta cut the sleeves down or something. You want to cut down the shoulders. You want to make sure you do that right first. So yeah, you want to make sure you do that first and have that. For the pattern itself, it's if you're into drafting, it's very simple. If you're doing it for the first time, it's mildly simple. It's based off of like M1, M2 measurements, which is based. If y'all have a good day, and this is the end of the video. And so if y'all have any recommendations or things that you recommend for me to do in my next video, or any type of cosplays y'all want me to try to do next time, please comment down below, tell me what you think, and see y'all in the next one. Bye.